professor, I will test you in the worst way. Don't bring a Scantron, pop quizzes all day. Cause of our chemistry, we do biology.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber die trying. You see the thumbnail, man. Kids, they don't speak no evil, see no evil, hear no evil when it comes to their mother's evil or mother's flaws. And this was inspired because I saw a clip of Charleston White talking to a guy. He said, and he's basically saying how, the kids don't speak no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil, see no evil when it comes to moms. And what happens is, their mom can get a lot of passes. She can be a liar. She can be a manipulator. She can she can be an abusive person. She can be a thief. She can be a drug addict. She can be a lot of things. But she's going to have a lot of passes, because the way he said it, the mothers basically imprint their children with a disdain or hatred for the father. So the fathers get the hatred and mothers get grace, right? An unlimited amount. And I thought about it in the sense of what winds up happening is these kids are brainwashed to see wrong in front of them and ignore it when it comes from their mothers. And then expect society as they become adults to see their evils and their flaws, and they are supposed to get the same pass as they gave their moms, which is a real bad way to think, because it's not going to work whatsoever. That's not how life works at all. So, because I was listening to a guy say something to a group of young men that he knew, and he was talking about something that's wrong, and they couldn't fathom it was wrong because, hey, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, you can only fathom it being wrong if he did it to you. It's bad. But getting back to the kid part, how many kids do you know have their moms have lied to them multiple times, and they that's okay, but that's my mom. How many kids you know mom stole from them multiple times, but that's my mom? How many kids you know heard their mama plot on somebody, plot to do something wrong, and they knew it was wrong, but that's my mama. How many times kids have lied for their mothers? Like that young lady, that young child that did that recently out here in Texas, who was lying to her father that her mother was at work or something when she was in a completely different state, because she wanted to make sure that her and her younger brother didn't get split up. And those kids go, oh, but my mom's a good mom and she loves me. And it's like the delusion is really setting us back generations, because what you wind up dealing with is a bunch of people who they take a no snitching policy when it comes to mom, and at the same time a snitching policy, straight up informant when it comes to dad. And a lot of times, how much information could they have on these dads? Not that much. Not that much. And so when the kids they see no evil, you got to ask yourself, okay, if you have selective outrage and selective love and selective understanding of right and wrong, doesn't that mean that you were taught selective morals and selective ethics? And why that's a problem is because when you get to that phase, a lot of us have seen young adults fight for a cause that was dead wrong because they thought they were right and they didn't understand that how bad it made them look. And the kids don't, and they see their mothers and themselves, and without understanding that mom's not a good person. So you can see your mother do all these wrong things, but she's still a good person. And then you inherit that and you do all these bad things, and then you think you're going to be viewed as a good person. And the difference is that's your mother and you're her child. But the world don't look at you like like with that same relationship. It doesn't. You're just somebody who's, gonna get hurt playing games. And the reason I bring this up is because on top of all of that, you wind up in a situation in society where the boys grow up and they're brainwashed in a sense, and until a girl that they have a child with a girl that they fall in love with, and she does it to him, and then it's wrong because it's being done to him, and he's ready to lose it, right? And then you have young ladies who's like, okay, well, this is wrong, but this is the only leverage I'm gonna have in life, so I'm gonna use this kid as my leverage. Now, the reason why, ultimately, at the end of the day, because I'm gonna keep it short, the reason why I bring this up is because when you see the lack of morals and accountability from the quote unquote younger generation, a lot of what was allowed came from their mother's side. A lot of their sense of their character comes from their mothers, and the issue is they go out and treat the world like the way that they were taught to treat their father, and they treat the world like an imaginary father, not realizing that imaginary father gonna hold a belt, and you wind up becoming a victim to your own insanity. But I'm gonna leave it at that, because when you teach it and people bring it out to society, people forget that, let me rewind something though. And at the end of the day, some of y'all are so brainwashed, y'all can't turn around and say, Mama, you taught me dead wrong. A lot of y'all can't do that. What y'all wind up doing is y'all take out y'all frustration on your mama with the rest of the world. Because you can't speak it to her. You can't say you wrong. You can't say you was messing up. You can't say you was a screw up. You can't say you was selfish. You can't say you was manipulative. Because you have, you've been brainwashed to not be able to speak those even when you're grown. Because that's disrespectful and wrong. And you also become susceptible to a lady doing it to you because, hey, that's what a mother's supposed to do. She's protecting her child. And sometimes you fellas find out the hard way, she's protecting her child from you by destroying the child, and you were once the child, and now you the father looking at the child, and now you starting to think, okay, I gave her a break because my mama wanted me to give her a break, but did my mom ever give my dad a break? Did I ever give my dad a break? Uh-oh. And these people ain't built to deal with that concept. So because they were taught, anything goes by their mothers, now you see the young guys going off like anything goes. And people are like, why are the men like this? This is the moral compass that they were taught by y'all, by most of you mothers. But tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch you on the next one. Peace.
You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna take you there.